Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lieutenant Angeline Howard, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for the evening. On behalf of the officers, staff, and cadets, it is our pleasure to welcome you to 608 Duke of Edinburgh Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron's virtual 65th Annual Ceremonial Review. The cadets of 608 Squadron are under the command of Squadron Commander Warrant Officer First Class Taylor Waite, Deputy Commander Warrant Officer Second Class Kevin Fernando, Squadron Warrant Officer Second Class Nancy Joseph, and Deputy Squadron Warrant Officer Second Class Manal Shah. 608 Squadron is sponsored by the 418 Wing of Belleville, Royal Canadian Air Force Association, and the Army, Navy, and Air Force Veterans in Canada, Unit 201. The reviewing party this evening consists of 608's Commanding Officer Captain Cynthia Russell, Air Cadet League Ontario Provincial Committee Area Representative Major Retired CL Tommy Thomas, our Squadron Sponsoring Committee Chair Ms. Kathy Henry, and 608 Squadron Commander Warrant Officer First Class Taylor Waite. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing for the general salute and the playing of O Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Within the squadron, the band is under the command of Drum Major Warrant Officer Second Class Zachary Rogers. Hornet Flight is under the command of Flight Sergeant Sean McCarthy. Hercules Flight is under the command of Flight Sergeant Victor Paz. And the Flag Party is under the command of Warrant Officer Second Class Ethan Lane. It should be noted that the squadron has been very busy this year with activities such as OPC lottery ticket sales, Fall Tag Day fundraiser, Fall Glider familiarization flight, the Fall Field Training exercise, Poppy Day fundraiser, Remembrance Day parade, Belleville and Trenton Santa Claus parade, and our annual mess dinner. We have also completed orienteering, effective speaking, and zone marksmanship competitions. The awards that we are about to present at this time are of special significance and deserve the special recognition of this occasion. Please hold your applause to after each award is announced. The training level awards are awarded to cadets from each proficiency level with the top overall completion and participation of mandatory, complementary, and optional training activities. The level awards will will be presented by Captain Justin Leadbeater.
So the training level awards are awarded to cadets from each proficiency level with the top overall completion and participation of mandatory, complementary, and optional training activities. The top level 1 cadet is Corporal Nicholas Barron. Our top level 2 cadet is Flight Corporal Levi Braun and Flight Corporal Isaac Hewitt. Our top level 3 cadet is Sergeant Maggie Bateman and Sergeant Gavitt Hewitt. Our top level 4 cadet is Flight Sergeant Nicholas Longworth, and our top level 5 cadet is Warrant Officer 2nd Class Ethan Lane and Warrant Officer 2nd Class Zachary Rogers.
Next is our top drill, dress, and deportment award. Awarded to the cadet who most successfully maintains discipline in drill, dress, and deportment. Presented by Captain Joshua Bambro. Sir, you are on mute.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
you're good.
Yes, sir. And you're muted again, sir.
How's that?
Perfect.
The top drill, dress, and deportment award is awarded to the cadet who has the most successful maintained the top dress, deportment, and drill and discipline within the cadets. For 2020's annual parade, we offer it to Flight Corporal Solana McCann.
Next, our NCM Club Cadet Instructor of the Year, awarded to the cadet who has demonstrated outstanding instructional and motivational techniques. Presented by civilian volunteer Amber Paz.
Hello, everyone. So we've seen some extreme improvements in everybody this year with their teaching and their coaching, and they're motivated. But we had one cadet in particular that stood out for all of us. And so we would like to present the award to Warrant Officer 2nd Class Ethan Lane. Congratulations.
Next is our Range Officers Trophy, awarded to the best marksman of the year, presented by Captain Justin Leadbeater.
So for this award, this candidate achieved the 3rd top shot in the open category at the zone marksmanship competition with a high level of dedication and leadership with running and managing the marksmanship team. And this award goes to Flight Sergeant Sean McCarthy.
Next is our Duke of Edinburgh Unit 201 ANAF Youth and Citizenship Award, presented to an outstanding cadet who demonstrates involvement in the surrounding community and within the squadron. Presented by Sub-Lieutenant Rob Carter.
This year, we're going to award the 201 ANF Youth and Citizenship Award to Warrant Officer 2nd Class Nancy Joseph. Congratulations, Warrant.
Next is the Top Musician Award, awarded to the cadet demonstrating superior proficiency in the band and music activities. Presented by Captain Justin Leadbeater.
So for this award, we have 2 cadets. We usually like to recognize a senior cadet in the band and also a junior cadet in the band. The first cadet I would like to recognize is Warrant Officer 2nd Class Zachary Rogers. for his dedication as stepping up as the drum major this year, overall leadership and commitment to the Squadron's band throughout the entire year. And our second recipient of this award goes to Corporal Alex Harris. As a junior musician joining the band and already playing at an intermediate and beyond level, you were able to pick up on the fast tempo, pun intended, and were a great addition to the Squadron's band. Congratulations.
Next is the Mike Duffy Survival Training Award. It is awarded to the cadet demonstrating superior proficiency in survival training, presented by Officer Cadet Brandon Pekalis.
The award offered for survival usually goes to the cadet that wins gets offered the survival instructor position in the summer, but seeing how that hasn't happened, we decided to give it to somebody who helped with running of one of the most important aspects of the survival exercises, the meals, making of meals and the leadership of running there. We'd like to offer the award to Sergeant Bateman.
Next is the Major H.R. Morris Memorial Award. It's presented to the cadet who most epitomizes the qualities of commitment and volunteerism that Major Morris inspired in others. Major Morris volunteered in so many areas throughout his life, and his award serves to inspire others to emulate his legacy of generosity of service. This award recognizes cadets who give of themselves for the betterment of their community. Presented by Captain Joshua Bambro.
First, I'd like to say that this award is very dear to my heart. Major Morris was my past commanding officer, and man, was he involved in the community. Not only was he the former commanding officer of 608, he was the former chairman, sponsor committee chair of 608. He also did a number of things at the Legion, and amongst other things as well. This year, I'm pleased to award this to Warrant Officer First Class Waite for her dedication to the unit and to her community, and to thank her for her inspiration and leading the cadets this year. Thank you.
Next is the Top Attendance Award, presented to the cadets achieving the highest level of squadron activity participation, presented by Civilian Instructor Susan Benson.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this year was, even though we weren't there every single night, it's very important that all you cadets have, strived to be there as much as you possibly can. And we want to acknowledge 4 individuals that have, outstanding attendance as far as attending most of the mandatory stuff that has gone on this year. So the award this year is going to WO2 Ethan Lane, Light Corporal Levi Braun, Sergeant Brianna Holgate, and WO2 Zachary Rogers.
Next is our Commander's Officers Award for the top first-year cadet. It is awarded to the cadet who has displayed outstanding qualities in department, squadron involvement, and leadership as a first-year cadet. This is presented by Captain Cynthia Russell.
The recipient of the Commanding Officers Award for the top first-year cadet displayed a remarkable level of maturity and cadet-like qualities. Their dress and deportment were always impeccable. They participated in Debate Club and the Air Cadet League of Canada Effective Speaking Program with a level of poise and confidence rare in first-year cadets. This cadet was commended for, without provocation, speaking with new cadets as they stood alone, making them feel welcome and part of the 608 community. This cadet was then officially tasked to act in this capacity as a guide and facilitator for recruits during their first parade nights. This exceptional cadet and the recipient of the Commanding Officer's Award for the top first-year cadet is Corporal Sierra Hannaford.
Next is our Commanding Officer's Eagle Award, awarded to the top overall cadet as chosen directly by the Commanding Officer, presented by Captain Cynthia Russell.
The recipient of the Commanding Officer's Eagle Award for top overall cadet will come as no surprise. This cadet unfailingly demonstrated a level of commitment to the squadron and an ability to effectively lead subordinates that exemplifies the ideal in cadet leadership. She created a positive, collaborative atmosphere among her senior cadet leadership team, which resulted in effective planning, tasking, and goal accomplishment. She is an exceptional role model for all cadets within the squadron. As she embarks upon a new phase in her life and begins her studies at Queen's University, I know the qualities she exhibits as a Royal Canadian Air Cadet will serve her well and ensure her future success. The Commanding Officer's Eagle Award for top overall cadet recipient is Warrant Officer First Class Taylor Waite.
Next, we have the Royal Canadian Legion Cadet Medal of Excellence, awarded annually to the cadet having shown a high degree of participation in leadership in the area of citizenship and in meeting and enhancing the aims and objectives of the cadet organization, presented by Captain Justin Leadbeater.
To reinforce what Lieutenant Howard said, this medal speaks for itself. This cadet displays a high level of leadership within the squadron. They display a high level of citizenship within the squadron and within the community as well. And their overall achievement is, in the aims and objectives of the cadet organization, is at a high level. And I would like to award this medal to Warrant Officer Second Class Zachary Rogers.
Next, we have the Lord Strathcona Medal. It is the highest award which can be bestowed upon a cadet in recognition of exemplary performance in physical and military training, presented by Captain Cynthia Russell.
This year's recipient of the Lord Strathcona Medal has exhibited excellence in all areas of cadet training. Their many achievements are impressive and have been earned through dedication and extremely hard work. In order to reach this level of recognition, a cadet must be focused on their goals and dedicate time, energy, and effort toward achieving them. Our recipient has exemplified this. The recipient of the Lord Strathcona Medal is Warrant Officer Second Class Nancy Joseph.
Next, we have our Power Pilot Scholarship Award, presented to cadets who are accepted on the Power Pilot Scholarship, presented by Officer Cadet Brandon Pekalis.
In order to achieve the Power Pilot Scholarship, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and not just the ground school aspect of cadets, but every aspect of cadets in civilian life. In order to achieve the scholarship took years of dedication and hard work, not just a quick introduction to ground school or anything like that. Of course, we all know Warrant Officer Nancy Joseph achieved Power Pilot Scholarship this year. So we'd like to congratulate her with that.
I would like to call upon Captain Russell to make a presentation.
Thank you. The challenge coin has a rich history dating back to World War II, when they were carried by all members of a unit to verify membership when challenged. They were also presented by unit commanders to reward special achievement worthy of recognition to a member of the unit. As a morale building tool, they were presented for outstanding service or performance of duty. The 608 Duke of Edinburgh Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron Commanding Officers Challenge Coin was instituted last year at this time. 100 numbered coins were minted and 8 coins have now been presented. In this, my final presentation of Commanding Officers Challenge Coins, 3 cadets will be presented with coins in recognition of remarkable service or accomplishment during these exceptional circumstances. Coin number 9, presented to Warrant Officer First Class Taylor Waite in recognition of her exemplary efforts and her ability to adapt her leadership style to effectively lead in an unprecedented situation. She took initiative and coordinated her senior leadership team in taskings to ensure the cadets under her command continued to be engaged. Coin number 10, presented to Sergeant Caitlin Rosema Seaton in recognition of her service to her greater community. In a time of shortages of personal protective equipment supplies, she formed a company and has been sewing to provide St. Michael's Hospital with scrub caps and the military and frontline workers with masks. Her ability to recognize a need and take action to help is truly commendable. Coin number 11, presented to Flight Corporal Levi Braun in recognition of his exceptional level of participation and continued commitment to squadron activities. He enthusiastically completed weekly online activities and remained engaged during a time of many external pressures, demands, and challenges. I look forward to presenting these Commanding Officers Challenge Coins in person when we are all able to do so.
I would now like to invite Mr. Mike Henry, member of the Rotary Club of Belleville, to make a presentation.
The Jim Marker Service Above Self Award and bursary is presented by the Rotary Club of Belleville every year to a 608 Dukes Air Cadet that's now sadly leaving us and going off to college or university. This is our 7th year that we've presented this award and bursary. Jim Marker, amazing guy. He served as the past president of the Rotary Club of Belleville. He was a long-standing member since 1961, and he was an avid aviator and actually established the Belleville Airport in 1961. Thanks to Jim Marker's generous donation at his passing to the Belleville Rotary Club, we're able to present this award and $500 bursary. I'm very pleased to present this year's Jim Marker Service Above Self Award and $500 bursary to Warrant Officer First Class Taylor Waite. Congratulations, Taylor. Here's your certificate. And more importantly, we have a $500 check that we'll be sending to you. Congratulations.
This concludes the awards presentation. We now invite our reviewing party to say a few words to the cadets and audience. First, our Squadron Warrant Officer First Class Taylor Waite.
Okay, so as you may know, I'm going to be leaving next year to hopefully go to university, which I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's my plan. I wanted to congratulate all of you for the completion of another year, and to everyone who received awards, and even if you didn't, you still did a great job. You all look amazing in your uniforms, and I hope you know that. Given the difficult circumstances, I'm really happy that you were all able to come on our virtual parades and our annual, of course, and just like stay a part of the squadron and everything. That was really important. And I'm also really proud of you for how resilient you've been in these difficult times. Many of you have stayed dedicated to the program, not just during these past few months, but throughout my entire cadet career. I've noticed some great people who have grown into great leaders, and I hope you all turn into great leaders as well. I was very lucky to be your Will 1, and I know that in the future you guys will be fine without me. But yeah, I hope to see you all in the fall, maybe when I can come visit, but thank you.
Thank you. Next, our sponsoring committee chair, Miss Kathy Henry.
I'd first like to thank all the parents that are here tonight for helping us with the sales of our OPC tickets throughout the year, contributing to Fruit for our canteen fundraiser. Without that help, we would have a hard time with our finances. I'd like to thank the entire sponsoring committee. Some are here, some are not. Carol Forrestal, Michelle McCarthy, Shannon Tugnett, Bruce and Helen Bateman, and Mike Henry. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to succeed with the financial assistance that we have in our squadron. I'm very happy to be a part of such a wonderful squadron, and I want to congratulate all the cadets and for another successful year, and wish you all a good summer.
Was Tommy Thomas able to get in?
Yes, he was able to join the call. He's here.
Okay. Next, our Ontario Provincial Committee representative, Major Retired Tommy Thomas.
Sir, I'm just going to go ahead and unmute your microphone for you.
Pardon?
Oh, you're unmuted there, sir. We are able to hear you.
I'm on now?
Yep, you're all good to go, sir.
Okay, sorry about that. I'd just like to thank the CO and staff for inviting me to this annual. It's better when we have the annual in outside or in the armory so we can see everybody. I apologize for the mess up, me trying to get on here earlier on. It seems that my laptop and myself don't seem to get along. I came in at the time when the WO1 was doing her speech, so I don't know whether I've missed too much, but what I'd like to just say is thank you for the invite. Maybe by the time we do another one of these, I'll be a little bit more versant in what I'm doing. I would like to wish all the cadets all the very best. Those that are going away to university, like the WO1 there, I hope you enjoy yourself. Keep in mind the squadron. They'll be thinking about you. And basically, I don't want to drag this out too long. I'll just say thank you once again for the invite. Thank you to the people on the sponsoring committee that I know, Mr. and Mrs. Henry and the CO, the staff, all the staff. So with that, sir, I'd like to hand over to you and not take up too much more of your time. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Finally, our commanding officer, Captain Cynthia Russell.
Honored guests, parents, families, staff, and cadets. 608 cadets experienced so much this year. Competitions, a field training exercise, a special mess dinner at the National Air Force Museum of Canada, flying familiarization, preparation and interviews for national courses, and community service opportunities. Yet there was to be much, much more in store. So many planned events, trips, and opportunities that were unrealized. This training year definitely took an unexpected turn. Along with major accomplishments in personal development as leaders and citizens, our cadets faced disappointment at lost training opportunities and unfulfilled dreams. However, their resiliency and ability to adapt to changing times was remarkable and demonstrated the quality of their character. In this, my final year, and in my last official capacity as commanding officer, I would like to express my admiration and congratulations to our resilient and impressive cadets. I would like to take this opportunity to express gratitude to our cadet parents and families for their unwavering support. The success of 608 is achieved through a concerted effort, and you play a major role in all that we do for the benefits of the cadets and the strength of the squadron. To our sponsoring committee. Our squadron sponsoring committee chair, Kathy Henry, and her dedicated team of volunteers, Carol Forrestel, Mike Henry, Michelle Eamon McCarthy, Helen Bateman, Bruce Bateman, and Shannon Tugnett, I thank you. You have given so much of yourselves to ensure we succeed in all our endeavors. You are resourceful and dedicated and true partners in 608's successes. As of 2020, for the first time in recent history, we filled all our squadron slate positions. We have a full staff. It was such an exciting prospect to collaborate and utilize each individual talent, specialty, and area of interest to really fully maximize what we could accomplish with our cadets and provide to them every enriching experience and opportunity we could. Then we all became all too familiar with some new terms: COVID-19, pandemic, and a new kind of normal. Everyone involved in the cadet program at every level has been and is focused on finding ways to adapt to be able to continue to offer the cadet program and ensure its viability moving forward. This staff has triumphed over program delivery challenges with amazing creativity, dedication, and resiliency to make sure 608 cadets are engaged and thriving. I would like to sincerely thank our staff, our civilian volunteers, CV Amber Paz, Assistant Training Officer, and CV Camille Morissette, Ground School Instructor. Civilian Instructor Susan Vincent, our Administration Officer. Officer Cadet Brandon Peklis, our Supply Officer and Ground School Instructor. Sub-Lieutenant Rob Carter, Band Administration Officer. Lieutenant Angeline Howard, Training Officer, Range Safety Officer, and Cadet Fitness Facilitator. Captain Josh Bambro, Standards Officer and Duke of Edinburgh Program Advisor, and Captain Justin Ledbeater, Deputy Commanding Officer, Band Officer, Range Safety Officer, and Communications Officer. We were also fortunate to have staffing assistance this year from Captain Kelly Dixon and Lieutenant Spencer Russell. You are all indispensable, and your commitment and contributions to making this machine run are greatly appreciated. And finally, cadets. You should be so proud of all that you have accomplished this year. You have shown your community an example of the very best your generation has to offer. You stepped up and made a difference. You generously offered food and support to feed those in need through Not Alone 20. You supported our veterans through the Battle of Britain ceremony, the Legion Poppy campaign, and Remembrance Day at the Belleville Cenotaph. Our senior cadets participated and helped to lay wreaths in a ceremony for residents of Hastings Manor on Remembrance Day. In a show of community support so impressive that the organizer, Lieutenant Colonel Christian Roy, submitted a commendation to our formation commanding officer. Brigadier General Cochrane, the commanding officer of the Canadian Cadet Organizations, his words of praise describing our 608 cadets as, I quote, "An impressive display where the best of Canadian youth was helping the greatest Canadian generation during this solemn occasion." The 608 cadets were the highlight of the ceremony. In his letter to Brigadier General Cochrane, he went on to say that the cadet organization is doing great community service work, as evidenced by the contribution of 608 cadets on that day. You, as cadets, have the ability to make an impression, to make a difference, to strengthen your community. I encourage you to let your cadet-like qualities shine through during these times. Be honorable, lead, set an example, and look for ways to make your community better. I wish you all a safe and healthy summer. Until we meet again, thank you.
Thank you everyone for your words. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the general salute and the playing of God Save the Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We have just a few final words before we go. To keep up with our squadron and our events, please visit our website, 608dukes.com. You can also find us and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/608RCACS. This concludes today's ceremonies. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate 608 Duke of Edinburgh Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron's virtual 65th Annual Ceremonial Review. We look forward to seeing you all next year for our 66th. Have a great evening.